So if you have a spare $35 million lying around, why don't you spend that on something, nice and worthwhile that I don't know, a Book of Mormon manuscript? Let's go ahead and just waste our church money on this. Now, to be completely honest, they got donations from 7 individuals totaling $35 million. It wasn't the church spent this much. It was like, hey, here, we're giving you this money, kind of thing. And so what happened is that the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, the legislature, now owns the printer's manuscript of the Book of Mormon for $35 million. They bought it from the Community of Christ, which used to be follow me here, folks, the Reorganized Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Okay, this was the LDS church that splintered off a long fucking time ago after Joseph Smith died because they believed that it needed to be within the family. They thought that the Smith line was the only ones that could talk to God, and therefore they needed them to be the presidents and all that other shit of the church. So
that's I apologetics for that. Everyone knows that's nonsense. That's
nonsense. These are the actual folks that own the plot of land where they believe the Garden of Eden is and where Jesus will come back. Adam-ondi-Ahman, whatever the fuck they call it.
Will it be on Rosh Hashanah with the shofar?
Probably not. Because those are dangerous concepts. How dare you? We're white. What are you talking about? Let's see. Like. They've owned the manuscript since 1903, which is that's a long time to have a book. But it's the original one that they based off of the first printing of it. So Stephen Snow, the LDS Church historian and recorder, confirmed the acquisition, calling the document both a spiritual and historic treasure.
Sure.
Okay, I can understand how it's important to them. Of course,
I can almost guarantee they're just going to keep it safe, and they're not going to let anybody read it.
No, because it will contradict stuff that they've been saying for the longest time. But they said that we hold the Book of Mormon to be a sacred text like the Bible. And the printer's manuscript is the earliest surviving copy of about 72% of the Book of Mormon text, as only 28% of the earlier copy survived decades of storage in a cornerstone in Nauvoo.
That's how they feel about it.
Yeah.
Who can see it? I was jerking off for quite a while there.
Yeah. The whole time I'm trying to read, I get a little bit of it out of the corner of my eye when I'm trying to read stuff, and I'm like, God damn it, Felicia. And now Kyle's doing it. Yep. So LDS church officials praised the Community of Christ for its care of the document. And Alex is stroking a much bigger one now. God damn it. And in a statement...
I was stroking a Mormon cock.
Yeah. No, you're still doing it wrong, Felicia. Yeah, it's like this. It's 2 fingers. Upside down. Or you can hook it and make the OK symbol. And go. All right, back to it. So they expressed thanks to the generous donors who provided the means to acquire this treasure. One of them being Steve Young, the ex-49ers player.
Damn.
Gave a lot of fucking money for a church to own an old book.
Yeah.
And so
not even a book. It's just a fucking
manuscript. It's a stolen work from somebody else. It's like, oh, this is fair use. All of this is fair use.
Sure.
All right, so the Mormons believe that the Book of Mormon, if you didn't know, was first published in 1830, and the faith's signature scripture, because if that doesn't work, then the whole religion is bullshit, was translated by Joseph Smith from Reformed Egyptian.
Spoilers.
Or from a rock in a hat.
Yeah, that too.
From a rock in a hat.
Spoilers. Alex,
it was help a fucking rock in a hat.
Alex, what's your ruling on the bullshit? Is it bullshit or not bullshit?
I'm going to say it's bullshit.
Shocking.
Now, I'm not going to give you guys a full rundown of this whole fucking thing here, but someone's trying to say this is a founding document of the LDS Church. It is priceless. Apparently not, because somebody bought it for $35 million.
It sounds like they put a price on it.
Yeah, and apparently that money was used to pay for like the pension of the people of the Community of Christ, like the retiring members there, because they don't want to have their 401k not cover their retirement, even though they're supposed to be lay people that don't get retirements. So,
so I got a question: who gets to actually read it? Because I mean, obviously, very few people, but I mean, it's like the Dead Sea Scrolls, right? Eventually, they got to a point where you had to sign a letter of belief before they would even let you look at it. And then NDAs and blah, blah, blah. So who gets to actually read any of this?
Well, the historian guy probably. But they did say that they were going to... There are plans in the works to make it an exhibit at the Church History Library in downtown Salt Lake City in the coming months. So they'll get
they're
something...
take a closed book and put it under glass and vacuum seal it. Okay.
Yeah.
And either that or they'll make a replica and not actually put the real thing out there.
I'm sure it's going to be a replica.
Yeah. Absolutely guarantee it. And they'll edit that shit.
Yeah. They'll be like, oh, look, it's the same as it was then as it is now.
Yeah, no, it's just going to be...
The Church is notorious for editing their history.
Oh, shit,
Are you fucking kidding me? That's what they do, is edit their history.
Well, yeah, that's how they even came into existence.
Yeah.
Now, this historian, John Hajicek of Mormonism.com, compared the acquisition of the manuscript as the religious equivalent of getting the United States purchasing the U.S. Constitution. They think it's that important. No, if your religion requires you buying a book off somebody else, that's called Scientology. That's
that's Scientology.
And this guy says that I thought that the value of the manuscript exceeded $100 million. The LDS Church totally got a good value.
Oh, for you
fuck's sake! Oh, for fuck.
I make the best deals. I have the greatest deals on the planet. Oh, man. And so if you guys don't know what the manuscript is, it's the guide by which the typesetting was done for the actual people doing the printing presses and the 1830 pressing of it. So, whatever. You bought an expensive book and you could have, even if it did come from donation money from all these people, that money could have went to, actual charities instead.
Actual charities. It's not like there's anybody who needs money right now in the world.
Yeah, there wasn't like 2 earthquakes and like 3 hurricanes, and
Mexico City didn't fall over. We don't have a huge population that's displaced because of flooding in Texas.
Oh, and Flint
we don't
still
have
doesn't have
islands in the Caribbean that are just completely underwater. We don't have, there aren't 2 states in this country plus several territories that are just in desperate need of money.
No, that doesn't exist. No, everything's great.
No, they needed a book.
We can just get creature comforts.
Good. Oh yeah, it's a good book. It's a good book. We know it's a good book because the good book tells us it's a good book.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not. I've read it. I mean, not this one.
It's a terrible book.
It's a terrible book.
I haven't even started the Book of Mormon. I tried the Bible once and I got like 3 chapters and I was like, oh my god, you guys, this book
sucks.
Trust
me. If you found the Bible to be a piece of shit to read,
this is
Book
worse.
Mormon is even worse
because it steals 80% of it.
Yeah, it's like a terrible fanfic. It's like if you thought Twilight was shit, and then you go to read 50 Shades of Grey. That's like what it is. The Book of Mormon is like the 50 Shades of Grey to the Bible's Twilight. 50 Shades of Grey
has sex in it, so I can skip the boring parts and get to
but
tying
that's
up.
the definition of fan fiction, though.
So if you took all the sex out of 50 Shades of Grey, that's like what you get.
Oh, I'm not reading that.
Yeah, no.
There's a lot of sex in the Bible. There's a lot.
There's a whole lot of sex in the Bible.
There's a lot of bad
sex
in the Bible.
It's not good sex.
It's not good sex.
No.
There is that one part about the donkey fucking, but that's
not good either.
I personally like the story where you can stop a rampaging god by touching a severed foreskin. I thought that was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Or if a lady crushes testicles, she has to be put to death or something like that. Old Testament is weird as fuck, y'all.
It's weird. Although the crushing testicles part, that's not entirely out of that's somewhat reasonable. I'd say that's kind of fair. Yeah.
No, not a death penalty.
Not entirely. I mean, I wouldn't say
so pro penis on this show, you guys. We have had several episodes where we're like, circumcision is bad.
So don't spend
are neat.
Don't spend $35 fucking million on a book God, how hard is it? How hard is it not to buy stupid shit with your multi millions, Mormons? What the hell?
I don't even know why they found it necessary to buy the book.
Because it was available.
Justification
Oh,
for
yeah.
apology.
Yep.
Yeah.